Good morning. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory, and if you're going to be out on the roads today, be aware we've got rain, and it's the first time in a while that we've had this kind of widespread rain. So don't forget our basics here. If you run into some heavy rain, it may be hard to see the other vehicles. It may be hard to see very far in front of you. Just make sure you've got your headlights on. Even when it's daylight outside, if it's raining, you need to have your headlights on so that other cars can see you as much as you can see them. Also, with that scattered rain, you will likely need to use your windshield wipers today, maybe the first time in a while. And if the roads are wet, leave a little extra space between you and the car in front of you, as it can take a little longer to come to a stop when the roads are wet, and they are across most of the tri-state. We've had this widespread rain moving in from the southwest, pushing to the northeast across our region. This rain first started to move in overnight last night around 1 a.m. or so, and we've had a couple different waves of this rain push through across the region. The rain is a bit more scattered across western Kentucky, so some of the folks down there getting a bit of a break, but we've got widespread rain and even some moderate to heavy rainfall. See all the yellow and oranges showing up there across Illinois, and that rain will continue to push to the northeast as we go through the rest of this morning. So we'll still see widespread rain for the next 2 or 3 hours. Then as we get into this afternoon, the widespread rain starts to push off to the northeast. Now that doesn't mean that we're done with the rain. It'll just be a bit more scattered. So we'll have some breaks mixed in, a few pockets of dry time, but isolated to scattered showers and storms will still be present across the tri-state this afternoon and evening. Then that rain will taper off as we get into the overnight hours, and many of us will be dry from about 11 o'clock tonight till about 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now we could still catch a stray shower or storm, but most of us will stay dry through the second half of tonight and a big chunk of the day tomorrow. Then those isolated to scattered rain chances start to pick back up from the southwest late Tuesday afternoon and evening, and the rain really becomes widespread overnight Tuesday night into Wednesday. As for our risk of seeing any kind of severe weather, our severe weather threat is very low. If there's going to be any severe weather today, it'll most likely be east of I-65, east of Louisville there, out into central and eastern Kentucky, where you see the yellow showing up. Here in the tri-state, we do have a level 1 risk for many of us, so an isolated strong to severe storm can't be ruled out, but our chances of severe weather today are very low. Tuesday, much of the day, as I said, will be dry. Then that rain will start to come in from the southwest Tuesday evening into Tuesday night. Again, we've got that level 1 risk just across western Kentucky. And then on Wednesday, once again, the entire region under that level 1 risk. But all 3 days, our severe weather threat is very low. Most of this is just going to be rain and some run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, but we do have that level 1 risk just for the possibility that a few of those storms could maybe have some heavy rain that could lead to isolated flooding, or maybe a brief damaging wind gust. Again, not a widespread concern here. This will mainly just be rain and a few rumbles of thunder, but there is that outside chance that we could maybe get some flooding or some gusty winds out of this. As for our temperatures, the clouds and the rain keeping us on the cooler side. We're sitting in the mid-60s right now, which is exactly where we were when the sun came up this morning. Although the sun has risen across the tri-state, it's not getting through those clouds, and so it's really not doing anything to warm us up. We've been sitting in the mid-60s for the past few hours, and may still sit in the mid-60s for another hour or two still. Then we'll very slowly start to climb into the mid to maybe upper 70s. If we get a few peaks of sun this afternoon, I think we could hit the upper 70s. But in general, a far cry from the hot, sunny, dry 90s that we saw for all of last week. Today's going to be cloudy, it's going to be rainy, and as a result, it's also going to be noticeably cooler. Overnight, that rain tapers off. Temperatures drop back into the mid-60s. Then tomorrow, like I said, much of the day will end up being dry, and as a result, it's also going to be a few degrees warmer with highs in the low 80s Tuesday afternoon. Then that rain starts to move back in late. So the widespread rain that we've got across the tri-state today is going to push off to the southeast as we go through tonight, and much of Tuesday will be dry. Then as this low pressure system comes in from the west, we see those rain chances picking back up Tuesday night into Wednesday. Wednesday looks like it's going to be a lot like today, where we've got widespread soaking rainfall, especially during the morning hours, as that low pressure system will be basically right on top of us. Then as that low starts to push off to the northeast, the rain becomes lighter and more scattered, but a few showers still possible into Thursday. Then that clears as well, and I think by Friday it'll be mostly sunny again. Now, all this rain is going to really add up. You can see this is bringing widespread soaking rainfall from, parts of Arkansas up through the tri-state and on off to the northeast. A lot of these areas currently dealing with moderate to severe drought, or maybe even extreme drought in some areas. So this is much needed rainfall. Here in the tri-state, I think we will see widespread totals around 2 inches, and some totals upwards of 3 inches are possible, especially if you get caught in a thunderstorm with a good downpour. As for our temperatures, the clouds and the rain will keep us a little cooler. Our average high for this time of year is 80, so this is kind of exactly what you would expect for mid to late September. It's perfectly timed because today is also the fall equinox. Fall officially starts at 1:19 this afternoon. So we're kicking off fall with some cloudy, kind of dreary, cooler weather. By the weekend, if you've got weekend plans, you don't have to worry about the rain. It will be out of here by then. The sun starts to come back out on Friday, mostly sunny heading into the weekend, and we do warm things up just a bit. Highs in the low to mid 80s this weekend, but still a far cry from the 90s that we were dealing with all of last week. Let's take a quick check in on the comments. Laura Gray watching from Dawson Springs. We always appreciate you watching, Laura. William has almost an inch of rain in his rain gauge. Oh, my computer just restarted. Good thing we got done with the forecast, right, folks? All right, and Jeff Miller, nearly an inch in Sava, too. Yeah, and William saying he heard some thunder as well. Yeah, so we definitely got some beneficial rainfall already. Many of you reporting you've already had almost an inch of rain. There's still more to come. We're not done with the rain today, and we've got another round of soaking rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning too. So it's very possible we could be talking about widespread 2 to even 3 inches of rain across the tri-state, which is exactly what we need to pull us out of this drought. So I think we'll see improvement in the drought conditions and a cancellation of a lot of those burn bans as we go through the rest of this week and we get some of that very beneficial rain. All right, well, I'm obviously wrapped up with the forecast. The computer decided that for me, but don't go anywhere. Casey Mason will be right back with some of your latest news headlines.
Informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices. Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming device.
All right, good morning, everyone, and happy September 22nd. I'm Casey Mason, solo this morning. My co-anchor, Mitch Carter, is up in Indianapolis today on assignment, and also Byron Douglas, you may have noticed, out this week. Of course, Arden Gregory doing a great job joining us on the Sunrise team this morning. Arden and I, the two of us holding it down today and tomorrow as well. So we appreciate you tuning in if you caught us on 14 News Sunrise, and also joining us here for our streaming portion of our day. It's now 8:41 here at 14 News, and we're going to go ahead and recap a couple of quick headlines I wanted to go over with you today. You may have caught these on air this morning. If not, we're going to do just a quick update here on a couple of things we thought you may want to know about happening in the tri-state today. So the first one's happening over in Henderson right now. This is about a water main we wanted to be sure to let folks know about. There is going to be a boil advisory in effect. This is following a water main break that happened last night. Our crews with Henderson Water Utilities say that it happened on the northbound side of the US 41 strip. A water service was shut off temporarily for all customers between Audubon Park area and the Dollar Tree. Officials also said that did include the Holiday Inn Express and Comfort Inn as well. And because of the break, crews are also going to be doing some work in the driving lanes of US 41. So just be careful if you're going to be heading through that area this morning and today. A little heads up there we wanted to let you know about. Our second recap I wanted to share with you this morning is happening over in Owensboro. So staying in Owensboro today, there's a traffic alert to let you know about here. This is going to be starting today. Crews are going to close East 20th Street between Center and Pearl Streets. Officials say this is for a sewer repair project there. Well, the street will be closed for around 2 weeks. Of course, that's always depending on the weather. And crews there just asking you to be extra careful if you're going through that area today as well. And finally, last story I wanted to recap for you from this morning in case you missed it here. A big heads up to all of our folks that are heading to college, wanting to go ahead and start that application process. So this is going to be happening all this week, all across the state of Indiana. It's called Free College Application Week, and this is all part of College Go Week. So the initiative here is all put on by the American College Application Campaign, and what their goal is to help high school seniors just navigate the college admission process. Many Indiana colleges are waiving their application fee this week to take part, and some of the universities I want to let you know about here that are going to be a part of this are going to include USI, UE, all Ivy Tech campuses, Oakland City University, and then many more. This is all going to go through Friday. So just another heads up there. We do have a link over on our website, 14news.com, for you to find that application. Go ahead and fill it out again over at 14news.com. So just a couple of quick recaps this morning. As I mentioned, my co-anchor Mitch Carter on assignment today, out as well tomorrow. We've got Byron Douglas out this week as well. We miss you, Byron, but we are glad to have Arden Gregory joining us on 14 Sunrise. Arden and I will see you back here at 11 and noon today. Stay tuned for the 2:30 stream as well. One more thing to mention, today is officially our first day of fall. So for all of our fall fans out there, myself included, happy fall. Hate to see summer go, but we love to watch fall enter the door as well. I think Arden said it officially kicks off today. I think she even said around 1 o'clock. I didn't know there was official time. So anyways, 1 o'clock today, you can officially go get your pumpkin spice lattes. All right, Tri-State, that'll do it for me this morning. Heading out the door for some more work ahead. I hope everybody's having a great start to their day. Of course, rainy start out there. As Arden mentioned, slow down this morning where you're needing to get where you're going. Just be aware that we do have rain scattered throughout the tri-state. Of course, you'll have more updates on what you can expect for the rest of today and as we go into the week a little bit later here on 14 News at 11 and, of course, First Alert at noon. All right, I'll head out of here. It is 8:45 this morning. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I will see you guys right back here, same time, same place tomorrow.